Win, I promote you. You don't win, you repeat the class. He's trying to teach you to overcome your loss as a man. Every trial will be with a different girl. Yes, you have to overcome for that level of promotion. If you are not celibate, then your weakness is women. We're not dealing with spiritual warfare here, but there are some girls that are demonic agents of pollution. There are certain girls that you can't touch them and be rich. Sex obligates you to share your inheritance. This is a spiritual dynamic now. This is spiritual dynamic. God ordained sex for marriage, and once you consummate, you are supposed to become responsible for that woman's destiny financially. I don't care your Gen Z perspective. Now, if you do it outside marriage, 1 Corinthians chapter 6 still says you become one flesh. That means it is a commitment beyond the one of you think you banged and left back. You have left debtor behind. They collect the resources in the spirit legally. No, these guys are not empty. Some of them are even in churches. Not every girl in church that is clean, spiritually clean, and particularly these ones from the water. That is how they keep Christian brothers grounded. They will always target your breakthrough moments and offer themselves, and then you submit your next breakthrough to 10 minutes enjoyment, and you wonder why you sow seeds, you fast, and the breakthrough never happens. There's a transaction going on there. Satan legally comes to collect. You say, but God does not tempt. Why are you saying it's God that permits? No. The test itself is testing your obedience to his written word. The temptation is arranged by the devil. The day you choose, no more. You just discover that how easy it would have been for you to have arrived where you are not arriving long time ago.
I come from a polygamous home of a family of 19, and I'm the last born. So just like my dad, I love women a lot. But I've been sleeping with different girls in my life. But there's this particular one I slept with, and everything came crashing. I was broke. I was so poor that I was eating Indomie every day of my life. But just like everyone else, I didn't want to agree that it was because of this girl that everything came crashing. Fast forward 2 years later, I became born again. And the first revelation that I had this dream. I saw myself beaten and battered naked with rotten 1,000 naira note. And I took the money to that girl's house. And I dropped the money in their living room. And I told her, this is what you brought into my life years ago. I've come to return it back. That was when my life started moving forward again. Behind every successful man, there is a woman. Behind every man as well that his life has spoiled, there's also a woman. There are some women that you will sleep with, and it will only take the grace of God for you to bounce back again in life.
Pay attention to what he said. He had multiple partners until he met that one lady. You may have been lucky, you may have had multiple partners, and yet everything seems to be going well until the enemy sends that one viper, that serpent, the venom that will take out the glory. But not everyone might be lucky to receive mercy to recover. That is why I warn against such content, because repeatedly the information is being downloaded to your subconscious, and they might be agents or puppets to the enemy, and you, who is the child of God, might be the target. Having multiple partners for them might be safe or might not have any harm because there's nothing to steal. But you, who is the child of God, who has the glory of God in you, that is the target of the enemy. You must understand that sin grows, as it is written in James chapter 1 verse 12 to 15. And lust produces the sin, which is the action. And when that sin comes to maturity, so you might be having multiple partners, thinking you're dodging the bullet. But when the sin comes to maturity, the enemy sends the venom that will destroy the glory. When the pastor was talking about the tests, failing the class or passing the class, he's literally talking about discipleship 101. When you begin your walk with the Lord, that is one of the major tests that you will go through. And it is even detailed by James the apostle. Blessed is the man who endures temptation, for when he has been approved, he will receive the crown of life. He's talking about promotion, which the Lord has promised to those who love him. Let no one say when he is tempted, I am tempted by God. For God cannot be tempted by evil, nor does he himself tempt anyone. But each one is tempted when he is drawn away by his own desires and enticed. Then the desire has conceived. When the desire has conceived, it gives birth to sin. And sin, when it is full grown, brings forth death. Now I'm just giving you guys free expo for spiritual class. When your exam come, know that you were told. For every man, the temptation is usually sex and food. So when you are not celibate, this will be the temptation. When you are celibate, food will be the temptation. And he who is tempted and enticed by his own lust. So like I said, the two prime principal powers of the flesh is lust and pride. Okay, so for man it is lust of food and lust of the flesh. For the woman, the enemy will tempt you with power. Okay, self, just as in the Garden of Eden.
For the lips of an immoral woman drip honey, and her mouth is smoother than oil. But in the end she is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death, her steps lay hold of hell. Lest you ponder her path of life, her ways are unstable, you do not know them. Therefore hear me now, my children, and do not depart from the words of my mouth. Remove your way far from her, and do not go near the door of her house, lest you give your honor to others, and your years to the cruel one. Lest aliens be filled with your wealth, and your labors go to the house of a foreigner, and you mourn at last, when your flesh and your body are consumed, and say, how I have hated instruction, and my heart despised correction.